Welcome back to Garage Matters. This is going to be week 8 of our 6.5-inch speaker series that we've been testing throughout the weeks. And the last speaker that we're going to be testing is this whopping $399 speaker. It's made by Hertz. It's a MilliPro MPX 165.3. So come on over, let me tell you all about this speaker right here. Now, I've never tried out a really expensive speaker before. This is going to be the most expensive pair of speakers that I've ever purchased. But it does seem like it comes in a really nice box. This is a really thick cardboard box, so it's going to protect the speakers during transit. Let's take a look at some of the pictures here. So it does have a 20mm voice coil, and then this other stuff, fiber connected tweeter. And then here's just kind of showing you some diagrams of how this speaker is constructed. And this is a European company, but I did notice that even though it's designed in Europe somewhere, it is made in PRC. So I'm gonna guess that's People's Republic of China. And that's alright. My iPhone is designed in California, but it's also made in China. We'll come ahead and take a look at these specs right here. So it's a 6.5-inch woofer size. Tweeter is 25mm, so 1 inch. Voice coil is 20mm. And then the power handling, 100 watts of continuous power. So hopefully we'll be able to crank up the audio on this speaker and see how well it handles. And then this is a 4 ohm speaker as well. Frequency response is 45 on the low side and 21,000 on the high side. And let's open this up. With it opened up, it does come with looks like this plastic on top, but that's pretty nice. And even the plastic has Hertz on it, so I guess you kind of get what you pay for. But I'm just kind of curious if we're gonna get what we pay for once we hook up these speakers and see what they sound like. So it does come wrapped in these nice plastic bags, and I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this real quick. Now here's a top view of this speaker. This is a really nice speaker, and it does have good weight to it. Get a close up of this voice coil right here, and then do a little compression test on it. Alright, so this doesn't really compress that much, but it's alright, and it does have Hertz on it. So this whole outer mounting bracket right here, all this is metal right here. Let's go ahead and flip it over. Take a look at the sticker. So that's all it says, just the model. And then down here, let's see if there's anything else going on down here. So this is almost feels like iron. This is really heavy, so some kind of metal, but this is really thick and heavy, I guess heavy duty stuff. But yeah, I don't see any capacitors in here, so maybe they're built inside somewhere, but I'm not really quite sure. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside and see what's going on in here. That's how it looks like in there. And then for reference, since this is the last video, I'll bring in the other speaker from our very first series. This is the Amazon speaker right here that we tried out. It's the YH-600. So this one says it's rated for 600 watts max. So it's kind of funny when I see this, it says 600 watts, and then I know that this is only rated for 100 watts RMS. So you can't really believe everything you see that's slapped on a sticker. Take a look at the size of these magnets right here. This magnet is massive compared to this one right here. Let's get a side profile. Take a look at that. See how thick this magnet is compared to this one. And if you haven't watched my series on this cheap no-name brand speaker, I actually bought this for $24. Well, it's $24, but I got 2 of these. So in reality, each one of these were $12 each. But I'm kind of curious on how this one's gonna sound, and just want to see if the price tag is justified. So let's go ahead and take the speaker and install it into this GT4 and see what it sounds like. And this is how the speaker looks like without the trim piece installed. So I've got 2 screws holding it in, one right here and one right here. Now, if you're a Celica GT4 owner and this is going to be specific for this car, it's not really going to fit inside this bracket right here, so you're going to have to trim down this bracket a little or sand it down. But for other vehicles, it might fit other vehicles just fine, but it's alright. This isn't going to be a permanent speaker inside this vehicle. We're just doing it for testing purposes. So it's going to be fine like this, and it's secure enough to where it's not going to be vibrating or anything against this bracket. So we'll go ahead and put the trim piece back on. And this is with the trim piece installed. This speaker is temporarily in there, but it does fit in there. Not ideal, but if you were going to use the speaker on your vehicle, you might have to do a little modification. Let's take a look at the other side. The other side is even worse. So this is a kind of like a temporary situation because we're just testing them. But down here it barely fits, but it'll probably fit better. But in order to make it fit better inside of here, you're gonna have to sand down the bracket back behind there that the speaker is mounted onto and get it to fit in there perfectly. So as far as plug and play, not having to do anything else, this speaker is going to require just a little bit more work to make it fit. Now once again, we have both of our microphones in the center of this cabin. Hopefully that's going to be able to pick up the audio that these 2 speakers are going to produce. So we'll go ahead and move back up to the head unit and get our settings adjusted. Now our fader balance, we're going to set it to center and to the rear speakers. Come over here, come to the EQ. EQ is still the same from all these weeks of testing. I did not change them. I did lower the subwoofer and turn it all the way to -50 to make sure that the subwoofer is turned off. Come over here, speaker crossover, come to the rear. So these speakers, they're rated for 45 Hertz on the low range, but since these are pretty pricey, we're going ahead and set it to 40 Hertz and do our test from 40 Hertz all the way up to 120. Make sure our volume's set to 20 again. And now we'll go ahead and roll the music. We're gonna start at 40 Hertz.
I don't feel right, the odds against me. Back against the wall, my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. A lot of hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. 1, 2, check, 1, 2, I'm going in, is that an L? W is still a win. Got it off the muscle, all I know is hustle. All I know is making something out of nothing. What you think this is?
60.
Hop in the kitchen, I'm really on fire, you know ignite it, yeah. I know some people don't like it, I move it with flavor, they probably bite it, yeah. Trendsetter, been better.
70.
Credit, God, wait. We don't fight, boy, that's flying bait. Only time you see my head down is when I'm praying. When my
80.
Turn on, only time they wanna see it. Water on the floor, it's cold as ice, I'm finna tray, yeah. Serve it to the people, they need hot, know the love,
90.
Back against the wall, my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. A lot of hate, it just made me better.
100.
Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just
120.
Hold up, what they finna say? Tell it to your mammy, it don't matter, I ain't listening anyway. They just mad to see decide to drop, they look like ocean spray. You can get it too if you.
Alright, so now we're going to leave it at 120, play a different song, and go from 120 back down to 40.
Instincts going no, looking back like a bat with an eye patch.
100.
All back through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark set of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting loud.
90.
Talk of the town, I'm a city and a mouth and I wanna shut up. On the hunt for a crown, when I get it, I'ma burn it, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What I need a crown for anyway.
80.
I should have handled the way that I made a penny turn to gold and a penny for your thoughts, I bet a penny for your soul. You know you want the riches and the money and the fence, so take a bite of the fruit if you choose. Let the juice
70.
down in a way to a pile full of gold in a house up on a lake, 10 holes on the grapes, new clothes and a road full of chains and a limb in the garage.
40. Now we're gonna play a couple more songs to see how these speakers sound like. Now that's the performance of these speakers by itself. Since these are pretty pricey, let's go ahead and turn up the volume to 25, see if it can handle a volume of 25. And then after that, we'll bump it up to 30 if there's no distortion. So we'll go ahead and play the music. Turn this up to 25.
Back against the wall, my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through it made better. Never hate you made me better. Been through everything, you made me better. I can't waste the pain, you made me better. Working every day, you made me better.
Alright, so 25 seems good. Let's bump it up to 30.
Got it off the mix, so all I know is hustle. All I know is making something out of nothing. What you think this is? I had a happen to get stuck in my phone. You know I got it. I know people don't like to move with it. They probably bite it. Can't set it better. Can't take the credit. I'm way
Let's go up to 35.
Only time you see my head down is when
Alright. Now it seems like these speakers can only handle my volume settings of 20. Anything over about 23, then these speakers, they start distorting. So that's how these speakers sound like on their own. But let's go ahead and incorporate these speakers along with the subwoofer down here, the high, and the tweeter, and just see how well these speakers complement the rest of these speakers over here. We'll come back to our settings. Front's going to be at 80. Rear's going to be set at 40. Subwoofer's going to be at 30. Come over here. EQ. EQ's still the same. We're going to leave it the same. Subwoofer, we're going to turn it back on. Go back up to 10. And make sure the fader balance is set to center. Make sure the volume set to 20. And now, let's get the music rolling.
I don't feel like the odds against me. Back against the wall with my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. A little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. If you want to, check, I want to, I'm going in instead of L. W is still a win. Got it off the muscle. All I know is hustle. All I know is making something out of nothing. What you think they see it? I had to hop in the kitchen. I'm really on fire. You know, ignite it. Yeah. I know some people don't like it. I move it with flavor. They probably bite it. Yeah. Trendsetter, being better. I can't take the credit. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Been on fire, boy. That's flying, babe. Only time you see my head down is when I'm praying. When my back is turned on. Only time they wanna see it. Water on the floor is cold as ice. I'm finna trade. Yeah, and serve it to the people. They need how to feel the love. The odds against me. Back against the wall with my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. A little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better. Working every day, it just made me better. Hold up, what they finna say? Tell it to your mammy, it don't matter, I ain't listening anyway. They just mad to see decide to drop, they look like ocean spray. You can get it too if you just work on it, you talk today. It's what happen when you take your pain and make it motivation. It ain't gonna be easy trying to be a legend. It's the payment, you need execution, not excuses, dog, you gotta face it. They don't want the truth, but if you quit, you don't deserve to make it. What you think they giving greatness out? Now you gotta take it. They don't know the hustle, they confused when they look at you. Sure you hit your goals, they all shine, they think you Pikachu. Put your mind into it, you can do it, yeah, and I don't feel it. It's the odds against me. Back against the wall with my strength beat, yeah. I can't let it break. Everything I've been through, it made me better. A little hate, it just made me better. Been through everything, it just made me better. I can't waste the pain, it just made me better.
Now with a price tag of $399, for me, I don't think that listening experience was really worth the price tag, but hopefully this brought you guys some insight on what these speakers are capable of. Sometimes the high price tag doesn't mean quality, as some of the lower price options during this series seem to perform actually better than these speakers in here. And I do want to do one more video before I close out this series. I'm going to compare all these speakers side by side. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work swapping all these speakers in and out again, but I think for the listening experience and for how much money you're going to spend to upgrade your audio system, I think it's going to be worth it. So make sure you join us next time on Garage Matters and hit that like and subscribe button.